I gotta write 100 lines. I will not accidentally hold the power button because that makes the AI turn on, and we don't want that. Alright, welcome, welcome. Thank you. I'm glad that, I'm glad you think so. We got some improvements to make, but am I offline again? Looks like I might be offline. My computer might be lagging though. Oh, are we there? Alrighty. Alrighty. It looks like we might be good to go. Good to go and get started. I think this time I will try a little bit of music. I've got some lo-fi Pokemon music. Just let me know if it's a little too loud, too low. Trying to find the right balance. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, that's nice and relaxing. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Also, if you can't hear it, let me know. Because, well, that's not very promising. Not even 2 minutes into the stream and we're already being kicked. That's not good. At least let me do something wrong first. Alright. So, I think for the first thing, I'm just gonna kind of create a thing and see where it goes. But we're gonna be using these nice gel pens, courtesy of, there we go. Just cause we can. You ever take art supplies and just do things with them? Just cause. That's an art installation right there. So yeah, let me know. Alright, we're back again. Suddenly it occurs to me it might not be the smartest idea to be using Pokemon music to stream, given how protective Nintendo is of its IP. Um, uh, uh, where's my boy Kevin McLeod? Is there lo-fi Kevin McLeod? I bet you there is. There's gotta be. There's gotta be. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Alright. I like this one. This one's called Fluidscape. Let's see. Here we go. What's it gonna sound like? The suspense is eating me alive. Oh, it's very quiet. Okay. I should have done this beforehand, but I was preoccupied. Okay. Yeah, that sounds... As long as we have something to fill the, something to fill the gaps. I don't need it to be overpowering or, get in the way of anything. I just need, something so it's not completely silent. I think I think I'm going to start out with some kind of colorful still life. I think we'll do a couple fruits. Or something. I don't know. But yeah, you ever just take art supplies and just do things with them? You spread them out along a table. Or, yeah. Yeah, that's how we do things. Blah. Right? Blah. Alright. Ooh, that's very pretty. I hope you guys can hear it too. Maybe I'll raise the volume up a notch or two. 'Cause that's pretty. That's very pretty. I like that. Alright, so for this still life, we're just gonna kind of go for it. It's looking like in the middle we have, make sure we're all good and clear here. All good. I'm glad you can hear it. I'm even more glad that you like it. Looks like in the middle here, we've got a carved orange citrus of some variety, looking like it could be a grapefruit. Could also be a blood orange, though. So let's see if we can find kind of... Actually, I know that we don't, because the coworker who gave it all of these pens to me so graciously informed me that they had already used all of the reds, except for one. But you know what? I think that's just enough. We can use that. We can make it work. So, we'll just go on here, create kind of a little image of a thing. Looks like there's a little cavity over here in the middle where there's a little bit more of the fruit than normal. I just gotta make sure that the stream doesn't get too far out from being disconnected. If that does keep happening, I'm gonna be hopeful that it doesn't. I know that last time it was a little bit of a problem. It happens. I think that might have also been after a storm or something of that variety, so it was a little shaky, give or take. So, we still good? We still good. Alright, how are you guys doing tonight? How are things going in y'all's lives? Hopefully well. Hopefully you're having a good time. You were able to do something today that made you smile. You ate some good food. And stayed hydrated, of course, because that's a very important thing. We got to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. That way we can continue to do the things that we enjoy. Sometimes it's hard, and I understand that, but you got to make sure that you are staying on top of your health. Because again, it's important. It's important. You owe it not only to the people that you know, but yourself as well, right? Sometimes it's easier to contextualize being healthy when it's for others, you know? And if that's what it takes for you to be able to more consistently take care of yourself, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's a victory, you know? It's sometimes it's something that's very hard to do. So any way you can make it easier for yourself is good, and I am proud of you. Gotta take care of your human, right? We all have to. It's what we all need to do. Yeah, we're looking good so far. Kind of went off on a little thing there. Yeah, I hope you guys had good days, and I hope you're eating something good right now. Little late night treat. It's good for everybody. Okay, so it's looking like around here we've got a little bit of a branch of something. Gets a little thicker around here. Just off to the side we got these little stemmies where we'll sprout some nice green leaves coming from. Okay. That's okay. Hey, it'll be here for a little bit. So you can always come back and see if there's anything you missed. As far as sound is concerned, you'll still be able to see all of the beautiful things that I make. I still appreciate that you're here. Still appreciate that you are here. Thank you so much for joining me on such a nice, crisp night. The weather is finally starting to get cold at night. I'm very excited for that. I don't want to say it's too cold in general, being a born northerner, but it's definitely on the more chilly side for New York in October. That's for sure. Again, though, I won't complain because the summer was very brutal, as they tend to do. You know that these are things that happen. These are days of our lives, and this is how we do it. So let's get some of this lighter green up in here. That might be a little bit lighter than I intended for it to go, but that's okay. I think it also potentially looks a little bit lighter because I got this green background paper going on, mainly so that I could, a little bit later on when I'm good and loose and these fingers are nimble again, we're going to draw the other two members of the cat band, and if there's time, I might totally lost my train of thought. It was here, and now it's not here. Oh well. So, looks like around here we've got a couple kiwis. I like kiwis. I think they're pretty good. Seeds are a little bit annoying, but I think it's worth it. Some fruits that have seeds are not always worth it, you know. Especially if you go to like make a smoothie or something with them. back. Ah, welcome back again. Sorry about that. Oh no, we've got an escapee. Now, unfortunately, it's not personal, but I'm gonna have to put you in timeout. Into the jar you go. Let's try this green. It's a little bit glittery, but I think that'll make it fun. If there were glittery kiwis, what would you do? Would you eat them? Would you display them? Ooh, imagine if they were glittery, and you could like dry them out, hang them. If you sliced them real thin, would you be able to like shine a light from behind them and have the light kind of come out as green or yellow or orange? I think that's probably what I would do. That would be so cool. And then it would be like you had those stars like a lot of people had on like their childhood bedroom ceiling. I never had those. I never knew where to get them, honestly. I'm sure that like every single store and dollar store had them, but I don't think I appreciated them back then. So, oh well. Doesn't mean I ran out of time. There's always time. There's always time. Alright, let's get our... See, the other weird thing about these, the only black pens were the glittery ones. I'm not sure if glittery is the right term. There's some of them that do have a glittery effect. There are some that are a little bit more like iridescently inked. And then there are some that are just like regular. So, either way. Alright, let's get some seeds going. Some seeds going around these kiwis. I don't remember what I was talking about before. Oh yeah, I do. Season 1 of COVID, I got really into making smoothies. So, I bought a bunch of big bags of frozen strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries, I believe, or black raspberries. I'm not sure which, or if those are the same fruit. They might not be. I never claimed to be a fruit expert, okay? What happened to you? Oh, I know what happened to you. This was my test. This was the one I tested to see how many circles I could make before I ran out of ink. I'll show that off one day. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? We'll just do the outline with this one. So behind this we've got another one. Another one. Let's get this one good and going. Let's get some volume going. Yeah, there we go. I hope this makes for good viewing. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Maybe I'll actually like sit and watch one of these back and see how it goes. Is that something that people do usually, so they can take notes and kind of critique themselves. I feel like that's probably something that, as a streamer or creator, whatever term you choose to use for yourself, I feel like that's probably something you should do at least like once or twice. It's an interesting question. I know a few people who stream, so it's a question I'll have to inquire about. So we're going to color this part of the flesh in. Not fully color it, but just enough to make it look like it's not just barren. Then I believe this is the brown. Is that the brown, or was I wrong? It's brown-ish. It's brown enough. And if it's brown enough, then it'll work. We're only doing that little stem where it connects to the tree. Yeah. Let's see. What do I still got to do here? Let's make this yellow a little bit darker. How would we do that? We would mix yellow with purple, right? Yellow and purple are complementary. Something like that. That feels right. It feels right. It's got to be what that is. Anyway, let's continue onwards here. It doesn't give a whole lot of something. You know what? Fuck it. Or screw it, rather. Probably shouldn't. I don't want to swear too much. There we go. Just a little bit of an outline to kind of portray. Give the illusion that there's something happening there. Yeah. Oh, I love that. It actually looks that. Oh, that's great. That makes the yellow pop. That makes the yellow pop a lot more. Are we done? No, we're not done. We're never done. There's some blueberries on here. Anyway, so I was buying a lot of these frozen fruits that, are known to have quite a number of seeds. And I would make the smoothie, and it felt like half of the beverage was just seeds. It was like it was kind of like a drink enemy all rolled into one. Ooh, it would be interesting. How am I gonna do this? Okay, if this were watercolor, I know I would darken it with like a reddish kind of. Yeah, you know what? Because blueberries are oftentimes only blue in name and outer appearance. So I'm wondering if I just sprinkle some red marks along here like such. If we can make it appear a little deeper, let's throw some of that in there. Ooh, that's looking cool. Okay, alright. I'm digging this. We're looking good. Let's try a different blue. Let's try this one. You'd think this one would be lighter, right? You would think that. Oh, and it is. Okay. There's another blue in here that is looking like it should be lighter, but it's not. I guess it wasn't that one though. Ooh, that's a good one for portrayal of depth. This one's a little misshapen. I mean, it's really not. It's a fruit. Like, who's really judging the fruit based on its look? She says very sarcastically, knowing full well that we have beauty standards that we assign to freaking produce, which is very silly. That's just what we do, though. Anyway, some more blues. Let's throw some glitter in there, shall we? This blueberry in particular is a special blueberry. So is this one. Why not? Do it all together. We'll call it. It'll be a family day. Where's my red? Here we go. We got some more red. Oh, thank you. You are very kind and very sweet, and I appreciate that. Do I want to do shadows? I don't see why not. Normally, you don't always want to use black as a shadow, but it's my art piece. I'll do it how I want to do it. Maybe we won't do shadow. Instead, I know what we can do. Blue and orange. Blue and orange are complementary. I'm losing track here. Nope, not that blue. Which means, oh, is it this one? It might be this one. If we mix the black and the blue, it should be alright. We'll just go along here, create a little bit of something. I really like this music too, by the way. I think this is a beautiful piece. I need a darker orange. I don't know if I have one though. Maybe this one. Is this what I used for the... We'll go with it. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, baby. There we go. Let's make colors happen. Aha. Ha ha ha. Mwah. Eat your heart out, Fruit Guy. Y'all know Fruit Guy? I know Fruit Guy. Let me tell you, he's not all he's cracked up to be. Let's just go along here. We'll create a divorce between the table and the wall. Let's see, do we want vertical? Do we want diagonal? Do we want this or that? I say we just stop thinking and make lines. Sometimes it's hard to stop thinking and just make art. I get that. Believe me. Boy, do I get that. And it's okay to think about what you're doing while you're doing it. Of course you want to make something that you think is good and something that you feel proud of. But I guess what I mean to say is, don't think so much. Just enjoy the act of creating. And at the end of it, even if you don't like it, you'll still have created something. Before you took medium to surface, it didn't exist. You have created something that is entirely unique. And I just think that's a beautiful concept. We're lucky to be able to do that, you know. to live in a world with such easily accessible beauty. So we're getting this table coming along. Oh no. Ah. Honestly, that's okay. I'm shocked that it took me that long to do that. You want to learn how to shadow? Yeah, shadowing is very difficult. That's not something that, like, do you mean like creating shadows from like something like this, or like shading on a 3D form to make like an irregular form, like a body? Because I struggle with that too. That's insanely difficult. I think it is anyway. And I've seen some of your work. I think you do a great job at it. You do a better job than I do of it. But it also comes down to how much time you put into it. It's like lost my train of thought. Practice. The ultimate key to everything. That is truly the cheat code to being good at anything and everything you want to do. And it's difficult. It's not easy. I'm not gonna tell you it's easy. Nobody wants to do it sometimes. I don't know. I'm being rambly. It's Jade. Oh god, Jade is being rambly again. Jade's always rambly. Have to go no sounding. Okay. No worries. I'm glad to hear your feedback. I really am appreciative of it. Like the conversation we got going. What do I want to make this wall? Because, like, here's the thing. Okay. Alright, let me just show you all a thing here. I could very well leave that way. And I don't think anybody would say anything about it. It can be our little secret. All American Rejects. Oh my god. That's a creature right there, baby. That's a creature right there. It kind of looks like, and hear me out, alright? It kind of looks like, oh, this is kind of ridiculous. It kind of looks like the scene from SpongeBob where he falls asleep and he's supposed to be writing the essay, and the hands on the clock spin around and around, and like that pick up. Ooh. You just get more when you bundle and save what? Bob's Discount Furniture. Like no, Bob. What are we doing, Bob? I'm not your friend. Did the music end? I think it might have. Huh. Yeah, I guess it did. Okay. Well, let's let's check something else out here. Oh, interesting. Ooh, this one's called Midnight Veil. That just evokes a feeling. Oh, and that picture is gorgeous. That's a little loud, though. I'm gonna need you to pop the brakes there, kiddo. There we go. Maybe a little bit louder. Ooh, you know what? No, that's still a little too loud, buddy. Okay, there we go. Alright, so anyway, but I don't want to waste any more time. Okay, so I have no idea where I left off. I've just been talking. So, um, alright, let's try this again. Um, I just kind of like fell into a rant. Not rant. Come on, baby, work with me here. Um, Stay. Work. Do your thing. Yeah. Anyway, um, so we're gonna pop this into a sleeve, and we're gonna. Ooh, you know what? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Shout out to Ori for suggesting that I do this. We're gonna give this a little signature, and we're gonna date it using the 0.1 micron. Where is it? Right on the back here. So we can always remember the time we spent working on this. It is. Let's go ahead, give this a little. We'll do 10, 14, 20, 25. And we'll do a heart because I love art. Now it's signed. Now it's worth more. Oh no. Oh, it seems we marked up the sleeve a little bit. That's okay. A little odd because I wouldn't have expected the ink on the lemon to still be wet. Maybe I'm imagining it though. That's entirely possible. See, you know what I think it is? I think I'm just too powerful. I think Twitch is afraid of my potential. And they want to keep me. They're trying to keep me down, man. And we're gonna take this. We're gonna put that in there just like that. And we'll give it a. I don't want this to be too loud. Just a few. Come on. Yeah. Oh, look how gorgeous. Isn't that nice? That's so cool. Then we're gonna take it. We're gonna sit it right there like that. And that'll be one of the things that we've completed on stream. So I'm not going to put these away yet, simply because it would take way too much time, and it would also be a little noisy. And I think I want to go for a little bit more of a chill, relaxing, free, easy flowing type vibe. So I'm not going to do that. We'll put those away after the stream. It'll only take a couple seconds. mind blanked out there for a second. I'm gonna now show y'all a simple way to draw a cat. Because I was drawing cats at work today instead of doing my job, as one tends to do. If any of my supervisors or bosses are watching this, that is, of course, a joke. We're gonna do that. We are, no, I was drawing cats on my lunch break. And I figured out kind of an easier way to do them. At least kind of in, like, a position where you can kind of tell that, like, hey, I know that. That's a cat. And I thought it was kind of cool. You can kind of make it's simple, I guess. Well, the concept itself is more simple. Basically, you can make the head out of any shape. So I'll kind of show that here. We'll do a triangle. It's not a good circle, but it's a circle, and it's mine. It's my circle. And we'll do a rectangle as well. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is any edges, make sure the edges are light. You don't want your edges to be too angular because we're going to soften them out. I'll start with the circle though, because that's just kind of the most simple. You want to make sure you have a good circle that's like decently round, right? So then you're gonna kind of trace this bottom part here. You're always gonna want to go from bottom to top, and if you just kind of follow along this bottom line, and from about here you can disconnect, and we're going to create the first ear. We're going to make that like that. Same kind of thing for here. Just go along. And for a more symmetrical cat, as if cats are symmetrical. Let's be real. Anyone who's a cat owner knows that they're allergic to being symmetrical. What does that mean? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Just gonna go ahead and you're gonna do that. You're gonna wanna, this top of here, you wanna keep that, because that's gonna make, it's gonna kind of make that little ear flap, right? Towards the bottom, you can make the little nosy upside down triangle, basically always. You're gonna give it that signature cat mouth. Now the eyes can vary a little bit, but if you follow, like, if we were to break this down into lines and how to, like, graph it out, essentially you'd go that, and the way the cat's snouts work, I noticed this on a different day. Dog and, like, canine snouts go inwards, cats go outwards. So if you can just learn that and just kind of practice it enough times, you'll kind of realize, like, okay, just follow the lines of the outside of the nose so you can map out proper placement for the eyes. Right? Of course, these first parts you're going to want to make a little lighter because there will be erasing. So go ahead and do that. This also works well because you're kind of implying that the line is there, right? Oh, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want, no, we don't support advertisements here. Not for that, anyway. Where were we? Right. That, and the size of the eyes doesn't really matter. As long as you follow the general mapping, it doesn't matter if the eyes are large or small. They will look right. And of course, the size of the pupil will dictate the mental state of the cat. Cat's freaked out. You make tiny little pupils. Cat is being a crazy cat. You're gonna want to do some nice dark full circles in there, just like that. So we're gonna do that. And now for the body, basically just to make them appear as though they're sitting. That's a, yes, I will do that. I'm going to do that at some point. I just need to think about like the proper method for doing it, because I could either draw them out and then like get them printed, or I could buy like blank playing cards, and I think they are meant to be used with Sharpie. Or like alcohol markers of a kind of variety like that. I guess I could try both methods. Like, there's nothing stopping me. It's just more expensive to get to like pay for like printing and stuff. Anyway, not that I wouldn't pay to get them printed, because I think that would be really cool. I guess actually it's much more difficult to think about things in terms of line, angular line. That is, it's much easier to think of things in terms of shapes, at least for me. And if it is that way for me, then it is that way for many other people. So if you want to make kind of an egg shape with a little bit of it cut off, starting from the cat, that means that, assuming like that the collar, assuming you have a cat that wears a collar. Mine don't wear collars because, I don't know, it's not ever something we actually ever did. But anyway, little oval shape, 2 lines, another line. You got bam, you got bam. Then we're gonna divide the paws. They're always bigger in the middle. I don't know why. That's just how it works. Boom, boom. And we can never forget the tail. Oftentimes the most important part of the cat. Now, your mileage may vary. Cats come in all different shapes and sizes. But that's a pretty damn good starting point on learning cat from circle. Right? There we go. So I'll speed this one up a little bit more. It's kind of why I feel like I might be not the best teacher, because boy, can I ramble. I don't think that's a bad thing though. Some people are just impatient, but you know what? This isn't for those people. So we're gonna again start, round out the shape. Follow. By the way, if you don't have to, but if you want, I do recommend grabbing some kind of drawing thing and following along. Doesn't have to be anything too fancy. It could be as simple as a napkin and crayon, or I don't know, whatever. You don't have to have professional tools to make art that you enjoy. That's why my by far favorite thing to draw with is a simple Bic Cristal pen. Simple Bic Cristal pen. They're cheap. You can find them literally anywhere. And they work. They work. It's the simplest thing. So for this kitty cat, maybe we'll start here. We'll do some really content, happy looking eyes. See, this is, sorry, this is probably my favorite way of portraying cat eyes, because there's just something so cute about them, and that's just, how do you, okay, find me somebody who can look at that and not go, oh, and I will show you a gigantic liar. So this particular little kitty cat is gonna have some yeah, those well, something like that. Now it is important also that when you make this top headline, you make it overlap. Overlapping shapes are the key to depth. They're the key to volume. It's all just simple tricks of the mind. And once you learn to play around with those a little bit, there's not much you can't accomplish. So, yeah. Don't do what I do. I recommend not doing the collar first, just because it can seem a little more it can seem a little more restrictive, I guess. It's better off to draw the shape a little more fully. So we're gonna go along here, draw that, right? Again, ovular shape. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. Divide. Bigger in the middle. I mean, they're essentially, because they're like that, you know? And imagine this looking like that, it doesn't work. Couldn't get control of my words there for a second. But it's all good. And if you want, you don't need to give them a little. It does help, though. It does help. Oh, baby. That's a good cat right there. That's an adorable little kitty cat right there. And again, tail can go any way. Tail can go any way. But you must remember, it is always thinnest at the top. So you have to taper it a little bit. It's something else that is important. We're just going to give her some stripes. Some stripes over here. A little bit of regular, but honestly, like, that's kind of how it goes with some cats. You can't. They are beholden to no laws of symmetry. See, it comes back to itself, right? Triangle is a little bit more difficult. Triangle I had a little bit of trouble with. Triangle is good for more evil, sinister looking cats. If you were to watch a Saturday morning cartoon and a cat were the villain, they would be a triangle cat. More words of wisdom from a rambly jade. They're also good for cats with real big ears. So again, we're going to round out the lines. Round out the lines. Follow this along. There we go. Was doubting myself a little bit. Got there. Round them out like that. We're gonna place the nose a little more towards the bottom. We're gonna go outwards. And because I did mention an angry cat, we're gonna that's a cramp. One moment, technical difficulties. I'm gonna drink some water because I've been doing a lot of talking. I don't think I've drank water once yet. Gotta make sure we're drinking the Wawa. Y'all who might still be watching, make sure you take this time. Have a sip of water. Make sure you're staying hydrated. You can't make art if you're not properly hydrated. This podcast is sponsored by water. It does a body good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this glove back on. I thought it was the glove, like, restricting. It's not. It's a shame that so many things require hand muscles. Because I do the art. I do the bass playing. And if you hurt yourself doing one thing, that means you can't do the others. So that makes it unfortunate. So this cat, we're gonna kinda, might have messed up the eyes a little bit there. That's okay though. Rule of cute dictates few outlines, cute. More outline, bad. Or not bad. Creepier, evil, evokes a feeling of scared, I guess. It's not exactly scared. Similar. Either way, moving forward. Definitely more of a skinnier cat. So again, teardrop shape. Teardrop egg, closer to a circle. Let's plug our oval in. Plug our oval in. Brand new sentence. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing a multivitamin sponsor. I already said this podcast is sponsored by water, not multivitamin. Anyway, though, we're almost to the end of our cat tutorial segment. I might go over this and refine it once I have more of a proper way of explaining. Because I feel like I'm not that I'm not doing a bad job, but I could be a little bit more concise in explaining what I'm doing as I'm doing it. That's just me being self-critical out loud, though. This cat, very skinny tail, is what it's gonna be. Very skinny tail. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this one looks like a tortoiseshell kitty that I used to own. She was great. Stole a chicken breast right off of my plate as I was trying to eat it in her older years when she just didn't give a shit. Oh, gotta make the collar. This one. I feel like because this is supposed to be the evil cat, it should have the most unassuming collar of the three. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give this cat a heart. Yeah, there we go. This cat is named Liz. What's it short for? Lizard. And I mean, there you kind of have it. You got, cat from every shape. This is not normally how I make capital letters, but that's okay. And just to kind of do a little speed thing. Boom. Boom. Nose. Eye. Boom. 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 See? That's a cat. That's a cat right there. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that is not a cat. So it's literally any shape you can think of. Even the most bare. This cat's got a long tail. That's what happens when you eat too many fruits and vegetables. Not a good thing. Your tail grows too long. And there you have it, everybody. Nice simple way to make some very pretty cats. y'all should practice this. It's fun. It's very empowering to figure out that something you thought you couldn't draw is actually quite easy. It it breeds inspiration. It breeds excitement. And then you make more art. And then you just get better. So, please, use this method, spread this method, and make happiness with your art. As you all deserve. It's getting a little late, so I think I am going to close out the stream, but before I do, I just wanted to thank all of y'all who came, hung out, said hello, and spent some nice time on this journey with me. It's been a while. It's been a while since the last stream. Next time, the gap won't be so great. Alright. On that note, everybody, thank you. Take care of yourself. Make some cool art. Most importantly, have a good night.